This is InFocus News. Hello, thanks for joining me. I'm David Gibbons. A brand new church that opened in the Christchurch CBD 2 weeks ago is already bursting at the seams. The Garden City Fellowship was formed following a Bible prophecy series taken by Adventist evangelist Leo Screven. Organisers booked the venue seating 200 people for the new congregation, but 300 people turned up for the first week. 25 people have already been baptised as church members following the prophecy series. And this number will grow considerably because about 150 new people have begun attending other Adventist churches in Christchurch. Similar meetings are planned for the New Zealand cities of Invercargill and Nelson. And still in Christchurch, New Zealand, 135 Seventh-day Adventists have voted to sell the church's former Cambridge Terrace headquarters in Christchurch. They plan to purchase a new investment property and use the income from that to employ additional pastors and evangelists in the city. The Seventh-day Adventist Church is sending a most unusual Bible around the world in an effort to encourage members to read the Scriptures. It's a bit like the Olympic torch relay. The giant Bible is taking 18 months to travel around the world. Each of this Bible's 66 books is printed in a different language. The tour will conclude at the Adventist Worldwide Convention in Atlanta, USA in July next year.
The Seventh-day Adventist Church operates in more countries than any other Protestant churches, and that is why each book is in a different language.
The Bible has started touring the South Pacific, starting its journey in Papua New Guinea. In the next 6 weeks, it will travel to 14 countries in the South Pacific, including New Zealand and Australia. A Seventh-day Adventist volunteer in Vanuatu has come up with a plan to give Bibles away to prisoners. Sophie Joseph has visited inmates in Vanuatu jails for some time and recently asked Australians to donate Bibles for him to give away. Pictured here is Australian Leif Fraunfelder, who donated 45 Bibles, paid for by himself, only 6 hours before he was killed in a car accident in Brisbane, Australia. Mr. Joseph, who works with Volunteers in Action, took the Bibles to the prisons, and to his surprise, every prisoner took a Bible. Sophie visits the jails every Sunday to help the prisoners understand their Bibles better. Tithe envelopes for kids were launched in French Polynesia this week. The envelopes are printed in black and white so that children can colour them in. Kylie Ward, the children's ministry leader for the New Zealand Pacific region, says that the ready-to-colour pictures teach kids how to be careful with their time and money and to give some back to God.
We were thinking about doing children's tithe envelopes, and one of the ladies in the accounts department said, "Why would you do that? The kids will just scribble on them." And I thought, oh, hey, there's a good idea. Why don't we make them so the kids can scribble on them?
There are 6,000 French-speaking Seventh-day Adventists in French Polynesia and New Caledonia. An English version of the kids' tithe envelopes will be launched in coming months. The Adventist Church's publishing company in Victoria, Australia, was closed for 3 days due to threats from devastating Australian bushfires. However, they still managed to print this week's record. And in this week's edition, ADRA commits funds to those affected by the Queensland floods. ADRA Australia announces changes to its annual appeal. And the editor contemplates making the best use of our time now that he has reached the ripe old age of 35. Are you watching the full half hour of InFocus on Hope TV each week? You can also watch segments of the program online as well. Thanks for watching. See you again next week. I'm David Gibbons.